have it. Big Martin Bakole, 2 days notice fighting Joseph Parker. Wow, 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 wow. I'll tell you what, I spoke to Billy Nelson, uploaded the video that's below this one, then within half an hour, the fight was made. I mean, all credit to Martin Bakole and Joseph Parker, and credit to Turki Al-Sheikh and everyone, because I'm old enough to remember 6, 7 years ago when the Joshua Wilder fights, Joshua Tyson Fury fights were getting talked about, and there was always, oh, talks are ongoing, this, that, next thing. It just seems now that Turkey's involved, that within Dubois falling ill to Martin Bakole jumping on a plane was 3 hours. I mean, that is ridiculous, man. I mean, you can't be on a geek off the street. You've got, for Turkey, he wants the big fights, and credit to Joseph Parker, credit to Martin Bakole. There's a lot of fighters in this game that talk the talk. Not many of them walk the walk. Joseph Parker I know very well. One of the nicest, most humblest, friendliest guys I've ever met in the sport. And I can see the exact same thing from Martin Bakole. He is one of the nicest, friendliest guys I've ever met in the sport. Both of them are good family men. They're doing it for their families. And you know what? I'm just so happy that both of them are doing it. Credit to Joseph Parker. Like I said, he's got, well, he was fighting for a world title with the opportunity to become a two-time world heavyweight champion. He could have easily have went, no thank you, I'm going to sit back, relax, and I'll wait for my title shot. I don't need to fight Martin Bakole, the boogeyman, the most dangerous man in the division. I don't need that right now. I'll wait until Daniel Dubois. We'll wait a couple of months, put us on another show somewhere. And Martin Bakole in the same boat. I mean, he was in the Congo, doing what he needed to. I know he was in Scotland a few weeks ago. He's been in Scotland for a few weeks, doing things, taking over in the gym and working with Billy Nelson in the gym. Then he went back to the Congo last week, and then he got the phone call, and he's jumping on a plane to go and fight Joseph Parker, which is dangerous within itself, because Parker's had a 10-week camp. Bakole's not really had a camp. He's been ticking over. He's been doing bits and pieces in the gym. Although I still think Martin Bakole is that sort of natural fitness. He can carry the weight well. It'd be interesting to see what he weighs in the scales. Because he had, Martin Bakole had that final eliminator against Efe Ajagba in May. He could have went, no, I don't need that right now myself. I want to do this final eliminator and get my shot that I've been screaming for that world title. So credit to both men. They both will be getting financially rewarded big time, which I think they deserve, because this is a fight for the fans. A lot of people are saying this is a better fight than the Dubois fight, and I've got to say, I believe it is as well. And the reason why I say that is because it's the unknown. We've seen Martin Bakole, he's got that George Foreman blocking shots with his forearms and then landing big shots. But you've got to look at Martin Bakole. He's got good feet as well. He doesn't cross his feet over when he's coming forward. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't give you opportunities to land shots clean. I know the Michael Hunter fight was a little bit different, but I think now that after that fight, he's got into this style now, and he's, even though you do clip Martin, he does sort of take the sting out of the shots, and he blocks a lot on with the forearms, but he lands uppercuts and body shots, and a lot of heavyweights don't throw uppercuts, man. They're always headhunt with the 1-2 hooks and right hooks over the top, but Martin's got the body uppercuts and body shots, so it's going to be an interesting fight. I look at it like this. Again, I know Billy Nelson very well, but Billy Nelson is a fantastic coach, a great coach, and I'm just starting out in my coaching career, but it's almost hard for me, if I was in Billy's shoes, to go to Martin, make this a 6-round fight. All right, we've not had a camp, we've got to go for broke, make it a 6-round fight, and try and get him out of there. Is that the right game plan? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Joseph Parker's probably thinking, like, this guy might weigh 280, 290, 300 pounds coming on the scales. He's just off a 8-9 hour flight, and then he fights in 24 hours after that. So, do I take him into the later rounds? Do I just try and stay away from Martin for the first 6 rounds, take him into them rounds 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then try and put it on him from there and win the fight in the later rounds? Maybe nick a couple of the earlier rounds and get a unanimous points decision. It's a difficult one, because keeping Martin Bakole off you, especially in the first 6 rounds, is going to be tough. And like I said, I've seen Martin train in the gym, and he just goes. He just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. His first day of camp. But yeah, Martin Bakole and Joseph Parker, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, you could have argued, listen, if that fight was off, the fight was off. The card is still fantastic. The card is still packed for us boxing fans. We probably could have went, all right, that's one fight off the card, but we've still got Bitter BF Bivol, we've still got Shakur Stevenson, Padley, we've still got Madrimov, Ortiz, we've still got Buatsi and Cam Smith. Do you know what I mean? So we've still got these fights. Ajit Kabayao and Zhang. So the fact that His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has kept that fight on the card in terms of bringing in a top 5 contender to face Joseph Parker. Wow. That is all I can applaud that, man. That is absolutely fantastic. For us boxing fans, come on now. Could we ask for any more? If this is what boxing is going to be like, I love boxing. I've always loved boxing. I love it even more now. I didn't think I could love it even more, but I do. I love boxing even more now. The fact that we've just got, like, 5-6 years ago, that fight, Dubois would have got out, then that fight was off. There was nothing left. They wouldn't have got to pull somebody in 24 to 48 hours notice. They wouldn't have done it. We would have just got that fight was off, reschedule it for 2 months' time somewhere else. But now we've got arguably a better fight. Arguably a better fight for Joseph Parker and both Mark Bakole. And it's just, boxing right now is back, is better. Wow, man, honestly, this is fantastic. I love it, I love it. It's a win-win for Mark Bakole. Let's say if he beats Joseph Parker, he's beat Joseph Parker, he'll get a title shot. He loses against Joseph Parker, but puts on a good account of himself, then he only had 2 days' notice. He's just off a plane, and then all coming off a plane 24 hours later, he's having a fight. That's hard within itself. Do you know what I mean? Cramping on the legs, sitting still, not being active on the plane. Joseph Parker as well, for the opportunity to become a 2-time world champion, and then that getting pulled from under the rug from Dubois falling ill. I hope Dubois is okay and it's not too serious and he recovers quick and we can get back in the ring very, very quickly. So my thoughts are with Daniel Dubois and his team. But the fact that he's willing to risk the opportunity to become a 2-time world champion to face the boogeyman of the division. Again, I can only applaud that. Everybody that's involved, from Spencer Brown, Andy Lee, Billy Nelson, Mark Bakole, Joseph Parker, Turki Al-Sheikh, Ben Shalom, well done. Well done. Fantastic, man. Thank you. I mean, I'm just Andrew McCart, but I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to speak for boxing fans. Thank you for doing this, because I think we've got a great fight ahead of us. We've got a great card ahead of us. And I can't thank you enough. So I'm going to applaud you again. Thank you very much. But listen, I always leave a pinned comment, so engage with me. Should Mark Bakole make this a 6-round fight? Go for broke and end it quickly against Joseph Parker. Hopefully he gets him out of there because he's only had 48 hours notice. Do you think Joseph Parker should weather the storm, take it into the latter rounds and win the fight like that? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment.